Hiya there. I saw Paul today, and he said that some new Italian restaurant just opened up in the city. Want to go?
Why, hello there. Well, I certainly wouldn't mind. Oh, will Jill and Paul be joining us too?
Sure, I can invite them too. I'll reserve a table for 4 so we can all sit together and have a blast.
Excellent. I just got so hungry because of you. By the way, did you hear that Paul is running for the Board of Education?
Of course I did. We work together in this area.
Oh, why didn't you mention that? My company could help support him.
We can just discuss all this over dinner. What do you say?
Yes, that would be great. By the way, Paul could be the advisor, on the position that you plan to take on the board, the one you have wanted for a long time. You just got your master's degree in school management. I think you won't have any problems getting promoted into the administrative structure. Moreover, Paul will support you.
Yes, I know. Paul and I were just talking about the fact that if he gets on the board, then I might as well try too. What?
I'm surprised you're discussing this with Paul and not your husband.
Oh, come on. We just work together in the same area, and we only really talk about work-related stuff.
Okay. I just want to ask you something.
What is this about?
Your close relationship with Paul kind of stresses me out. On the other hand, I do understand everything. You work in the same area, so you talk a lot. But it confuses me how you communicate. As if there is some kind of intimacy or even secrets between you.
Oh, Tim, we've already talked about this. I told you there's nothing to worry about. First, each of us is happily married. And second of all, there was never anything between us. We are just colleagues. We work in the same field, and this brings us together. And I don't understand what you mean by how we communicate.
I noticed that you touched each other a lot, and then you get all blushy and embarrassed. You are flirting, Carol.
Oh, God, what are you talking about? He's just my senior colleague, and I always listen to him attentively. Nothing more. I didn't think that would make you so jealous.
I'm not jealous, but I have seen it with my own eyes. It makes me uncomfortable. It gives me the impression that there is something between you. I'd like to ask you to stop talking to Paul like this. It's embarrassing.
What? Maybe I should stop communicating with everyone altogether, Tim, and just sit with you. How about you mind your own business? Have I neglected to mention that I think you talk too much with Jill?
It's because we don't.
Well, how is it then? On Thanksgiving, I caught you two whispering to each other. Maybe you have something you'd like to share.
Carol, stop it. You know perfectly well that I'm faithful to you.
Am I not faithful to you?
Okay, let's just move on. I probably just misread the situation.
Definitely, I concur.
Alrighty then. See you later this evening.
I have great news. I'm probably going to get the job. Finally, I worked my way into the administration and will be able to have a say in things. It's what I've always wanted so badly.
Oh, well, finally. My congratulations, dear. I always believed in you and knew that you would reach your dreams.
Yes, I'm so excited. I can't wait to get started. If not for Paul, I would have gotten to this position much later.
Paul? I think that you deserve this position. You are great and have always strived for this.
Thanks, darling. But Paul really helped me out a lot.
Carol, cut it out. You don't want anyone to think he lobbied you.
What are you saying? You're out of your mind.
Carol, I'm sick of this. It is true after all. You've been talking about only one thing lately. About Paul.
Tim, you're crazy. You just fantasized and fabricated something to make yourself feel better. Instead of being happy for me, you are just talking a bunch of crap.
I'm so happy for you. That's where I started. But you yourself cannot admit that it was your own hard work. You insist that it's Paul's merit and that your success is only because of him. Why don't you talk about me ever? About how I helped you, sat with you at night and thought out the next steps? and helped in drawing up plans for your career. Why? Lately, all I've been hearing is Paul this, Paul that.
Why are you like this? I thanked you for your help. And you know I am very grateful to you for everything, but you know your behavior lately has got me going. I'm so tired of this. If you only knew the truth. Let me make this crystal clear. You have no reason to worry about this.
Okay, I heard you loud and clear. But if I notice something like that, I'm sorry, but I will be forced to act.
And how are you going to act?
I'll keep this to myself.
Whatever you say.
Hey, Jill. I have something to bring to your attention, but I don't know where to start.
Hi, Tim. I think I know what you're going to say. But still, tell me.
Okay, I'll start from the beginning. For several months now, I've been noticing that Carol and Paul are behaving strangely. You know, like out of the ordinary.
Well.
I consulted with Paul before he was elected, after noticing that they had become closer. Friends don't talk like that.
You know, I've wanted to talk to you about this for a long time. But I didn't know how to start this awkward conversation.
Oh my God. I already believed that I was crazy. I brought this up with Carol several times, but she says I made it all up.
No, Tim, I think you're right. I noticed it too, but didn't want to believe it. Yes, I still do not understand what exactly to believe.
I just see how they communicate, and it seems to me that there is something between them.
It hurts my ears to hear it out loud.
Me too. It's very difficult for me to think and talk about all this. But it seems that our partners are having an affair with each other.
That sounds awful.
Agreed. So I was thinking we should team up to know the truth. I can't live with these suspicions anymore.
What do you want me to do? And what's the plan anyway?
I think we need to get access codes to Paul and Carol's mail and correspondence.
Oh, it will be very difficult. Paul is constantly on his phone. He even puts it face down.
I understand. Carol, too. I was even forced to enter the no phones at the dinner table rule, which she agreed to reluctantly, but then would pout through dinner, and eventually she just started using her phone during dinner again.
I knew it. We are talking now. I understand that there are so many red flags.
Alas, it's better to let us find out and make the mistake than it is to sit and wait for something to happen.
I'll try to find out what I can, and you should do the same.
Deal. If I find anything useful, I will text you. I have terrible news. It's an absolute nightmare. I don't even know where to start.
Oh my God. I'm scared about what you found out.
Unfortunately, our worst fears have manifested. Paul and Carol have been cheating on us for a very long time.
Oh my God. I don't know what to say. How didn't we notice? We were blindly in love.
But that's not all.
What? What else could there be?
You're not going to believe it. They went to a family psychologist together.
How is that possible? They're not even family, just lovers. What the heck?
It turns out that they talked with a psychologist about how to tell us about it, kind of like making themselves out as victims. Anyway, that's what they discussed in their texts.
What? I'm just shocked. What is happening now, though, simply boggles the mind.
Let me tell you from the beginning. Yesterday, Carol and I were at a family dinner, and she drank a couple of glasses of wine and lost her temper. So she went out and left her phone on the table. I figured out her code, and when she went to bed, I checked her phone.
Wow. You came up with that and seized the moment. How clever.
Something like that. There were tons of texts there where they confessed their love to each other and share their impressions of the hours they spent together. There were days where they sent 500 messages to each other.
What? God, this hurts, and I literally hate them now. I was such a fool for not noticing all this.
You're not alone. We just didn't want to believe the things that were right in front of our noses. We kind of filtered out the negative thoughts and swept them under the rug.
And yet, I don't understand how this could happen. Why? For what? I feel overwhelmed with anger and pain. I feel empty inside.
I get you there. When I saw all this, I thought I was gonna go nuts. I just burst into tears. I was horrified, and I still am.
What are we all for? I just don't get it.
For nothing. We are good people, unlike them. I found out that they didn't plan to tell us about it for at least 6 months. I was going to be promoted, Carol knew, and she also knew that I was going to get a bonus. She wanted to get a divorce later in order to get more money after the divorce.
What? She is such a pig. I didn't think she was that ugly inside.
He didn't want to get divorced anytime soon because it might hurt his career. In addition, he wanted to have time to sell his property and hide the money in the account so that you would not receive anything during the divorce.
They are so disgusting. I can't believe that I lived with such a person and did not do anything. I want revenge. I want to hurt them the same way.
I feel the same way. I can't believe that these people, in addition to cheating on us, tried to fool us.
When Paul gets home, I will hand it to him too.
Wait. I think we need to think about how we could get revenge on them. I think they deserve it. The way they wanted to humiliate us and use us, we have to do something.
I also don't want to leave it all behind. Do you have any ideas?
Actually, I do have one idea.
Excellent. I'll do whatever it takes to make these dingbats feel like crap.
So, first of all, I'll send you everything I found, their correspondence and plans. You must find the best lawyer and contact him to tell you how to proceed. I'm also going to a lawyer, and I'll take care of my bills. I'll make sure Carol doesn't get a dime. Cheating is a powerful argument in court. When we go on the offensive, they won't be ready for it.
Great idea. I'll do it too. I have a friend who recently got divorced. Her lawyer was a real shark. Okay, and what's after that?
Then we will make their betrayal public. Maybe we'll step a little outside of the lines a bit. We will have our revenge.
I'm all for it.
Haha, then I need your help. You work in a library where there are computers and no cameras, right?
Yeah. What are you up to?
We use one of the public computers to send Paul what we found anonymously. We will force him to go to the board and tell them about everything. At a minimum, he will tarnish his reputation. And at a maximum, he will have to resign.
Great idea. What about Carol?
When he confesses this to the board, Carol will suffer too, and likely lose her new position. No one will allow a person with such morals to work in a field of education.
I like your way of thinking. Now I'm trying to imagine how I will have to pretend and smile in front of these pigs. And I feel like I'm sick.
No need to say anything. I don't know how I'm going to calmly look at Carol in the face. I think you can minimize communication by referring to work. In addition, they are now so busy with their romance that they are unlikely to notice anything else.
You're right. Paul hasn't spoken much to me lately, so it should be relatively easy. Although, to be honest, I feel depressed. I understand that he is a complete goat here, but I still feel lousy.
I get it, but trust me, it won't be long. We will take revenge on our other halves, and then they will suffer. Call your lawyer right now, and I'll do the same. And then the most interesting part will unfold.
Can't wait to watch Paul squirm like a slug in salt.
I can't wait for that either. Carol doesn't like to miss her chance. But she really screwed up here.
Darling, there's something I need to tell you.
What happened?
I didn't get that job. More precisely, I officially got it, but then it was taken away from me.
Oh, how is that? Why?
The thing is, there's a rumor about me. But that's just gossip, nothing more, you know? And the board doesn't need an employee who has become a victim of intrigue.
I do not understand. What are you talking about? What rumors?
I want you to understand that I'm not involved in this. These are just rumors.
Tell me what's up.
Well, the board got word that Paul and I were having an affair. But that's absolute nonsense. Paul says that it's his detractors who are trying to put him in a bad light.
What?
I don't understand who wants it. All this gossip, but now Paul and I will suffer. Paul was told that he better resign. He just won't survive this. What have we done to deserve this? I don't understand.
So you didn't have an affair?
No, we don't have any romantic connection. It's just some sick joke.
Are you saying that you are an accidental victim and I have nothing to worry about?
Exactly.
Then you have nothing to worry about too. Hire a lawyer and get reinstated if you have nothing to do with it.
Yes, but the board has already decided. Which is a great injustice.
Let me call a lawyer and explain the situation. You need to restore your honest name if you have nothing to do with it.
Oh, you know, I think we shouldn't bring this topic up. I'd rather find another position.
What? You're not even going to fight for your reputation and your livelihood?
Oh, you know, if everyone there is such a jerk, then maybe I don't belong there.
Well, yes, you are a high-flying bird.
What's the sarcasm? I don't understand. You should support me and not bombard me with questions and mockery.
Now just why should I support you? You jumped straight into Paul's bed and got fired for that reason. No, my dear, you deserve it.
I have already said that that is not true. You know I would never do that.
No, I do not know you. Or rather, I thought I knew you until I read your texts with Paul. It's great that I saw it before my promotion. I got a great chance to secure my finances from you.
What? I'm not following. What finances?
What you plan to share after the divorce, waiting for my promotion and bonus.
Tim, what have you done? Are you running some kind of scam behind my back?
Ha ha ha. What have I done? I just went to a lawyer and pled my case. You were having an affair behind my back with Paul, and you were planning to swindle Jill and me.
Oh no, dear. This is some kind of slander. What a misunderstanding. Paul and I are just friends. Colleagues, you know?
Oh, Carol, I understand. After our divorce, though, you won't get a penny. All evidence incriminating you in the affair is already with my lawyer, and I think Paul is in a similar position to you right now. Nonetheless, I hope you will live happily ever after.
Tim, please, don't be so cruel. I just can't believe you would do this to me.
I don't believe you cheated on me either. And that you wanted my money and that you chose a donkey like Paul. But it is your choice and your fault. Today I'm gonna plop down at some hotel while you pack your things and leave quickly. I don't want to see you ever again. I no longer even know you.
Please, don't be so cruel to me. Everyone has left me and now you are leaving too. My heart is bleeding right now.
That, my dear, sounds like a personal problem.
Paul and I didn't have anything serious. I just wanted to get a position.
Oh, wow. How good of you to admit it. I think after this you will be waiting for a long trial with him. All the best to you, Carol.
Our plan worked out better than anticipated. Also, you won't believe it, but I kicked Paul out.
That's amazing. I did the same with Carol.
Oh, wow. I feel so relieved. Just can't describe it. Also, my lawyer said that we would destroy Paul in court.
I can imagine. Congratulations in advance on your victory.
Oh, if it wasn't for you, I'd still be living in the dark.
You know, at first I thought that being left alone I would grieve, but right now I feel so free. Now I can officially go on dates. Oh yeah, I also thought my life was broken. But in fact, ridding yourself of such toxicity like Carol and Paul brings real happiness.
Dating is cool. By the way, would you like to grab a coffee sometime? Maybe we can discuss our strategies in court and exchange our experiences, perhaps.
Ha ha ha, of course. I will be happy to share my plans to annihilate them in court.
Jill, as planned, destroyed Paul in court. He's moving out soon to a crappy little townhouse. Which is all he can afford due to all the child support he's going to have to pay his wife. Carol also moved out and had to change jobs. Although Paul and Carol tried to deny the rumors of their affair in the beginning, they ended up staying together. They went underground for a while and tried not to appear in public. As for Tim and Jill, they went on a couple of dates but decided to stay friends. Often they have gatherings and fun weekends with their children. There is a connection between them because they have experienced so much together. But their relationship, if it exists, develops very slowly. Maybe it's for the best. In any case, that's a completely different story.